Welcome to today's Explainer. We are unpacking a massive, fundamental shift that's happening right before our eyes, the 2026 YouTube and creator landscape. If you've been feeling like your channel's growth is suddenly stalled out, or you're just racking your brain trying to adapt to the new algorithm, well, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to break down the exact strategies top creators are using right now to master the algorithm, build incredible authority, and actually generate real, sustainable income.
Okay, let's dive into this, because we really need to completely shatter the oldest myth on the platform. For years, we've all been totally obsessed with vanity metrics, right? Chasing that raw subscriber number like it was the only thing that mattered. But the data from 2026, it tells a completely different story. A massive subscriber count literally means nothing if your audience is totally disengaged. Today, the algorithm doesn't care about your seniority or just sheer volume. It is hyper-focused on viewer satisfaction. Building an authentic, deeply connected community, that is your true currency now.
So here is our roadmap for today's masterclass. We'll be looking at the 2026 creator reality, shorts and long-form synergy, mastering YouTube SEO, monetization strategies that work, and finally, staying FTC compliant. Let's get into it.
Starting off with Section 1, the 2026 creator reality, moving beyond vanity metrics to viewer satisfaction.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. The core focus for YouTube right now isn't just getting someone to click subscribe. It's about how long you can actually keep that viewer engaged. The data points to a really clear path forward. Creators who use both long-form and shorts are growing 3 times faster. 3 times! If you're stubbornly sticking to just one or the other, you're literally leaving an incredible amount of growth on the table. The algorithm absolutely loves hybrid creators who use every tool in the ecosystem to satisfy different viewer moods and behaviors.
All right, moving right along to Section 2, Shorts and Long-Form Synergy, Fusing Discovery with Authority.
Look, treating your shorts and your long-form content as totally separate strategies, it's a massive waste of potential. They're basically 2 halves of the exact same engine, even though they look for entirely different signals. The Shorts algorithm is your fast discovery engine. It cares about replay rate, click-through rate, and engagement density, like your like-to-view ratio. It's constantly asking, hey, do people want more of this instantly? But the long-form algorithm, that's your authority builder. It's looking at average view duration and session time. It wants to know if you can hold someone's attention for 10, 20, or 30 minutes. So you use Shorts to cast a really wide net, and then you use long-form to build deep, unshakable loyalty with the people you catch.
So how do you actually do this without burning out? Well, this is the exact content repurposing loop top creators use. You don't need to film original shorts from scratch every single day, no way. Step 1. Take your incredible long-form content and extract the punchiest 15-second hook, that real moment of surprise or intense value. Step 2. Adapt it for vertical viewing. Slap on some bold text overlays and maybe drop in some trending audio to keep the shorts algorithm happy. And Step 3. Don't just dump them all online at once. Optimize and stagger the release over 3 to 4 weeks. Just like that, one solid piece of long-form content is powering an entire month of shorts that continuously funnel viewers right back to your main channel.
Which brings us nicely to Section 3, Mastering YouTube SEO, Hacking the Search Algorithm in 2026. Now you might be wondering, why is this so crucial right now? Because your content is frequently popping up directly in Google's search generative experience. If you aren't optimizing, you are basically invisible. And the absolute gatekeeper here is your click-through rate, or CTR. Put simply, it's the percentage of people who see your thumbnail and title and actually decide, yep, I'm going to click that. If your CTR is in the basement, the algorithm just assumes people aren't interested and it stops recommending you. It doesn't matter if the video itself is an absolute masterpiece. So how do we fix that? Here's your cheat sheet to satisfying the algorithm. First up, thumbnails. They need high contrast so they still pop, even when they're shrunk way down to 200 pixels on a tiny phone screen. Next, keep those titles under 60 characters so they don't get cut off mid-sentence. And use power words, words like ultimate or proven. The data shows that just adding a power word can boost your CTR by 8.3%. Inside the video, add timestamps and chapters. It actually increases total watch time by 11% because people can jump straight to the exact thing they need. And finally, accurate closed captions. Yes, it's great for accessibility, but Google is also literally indexing that text to rank your content. It's all about feeding the algorithm the data it craves while hooking human curiosity. Okay, Section 4. Monetization strategies that work. Building diverse revenue streams.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark reality of how much different niches actually pay once your traffic is flowing. We're talking about CPM here, your cost per 1,000 ad views. Look at the top end. Finance and investing can pull in a massive $20 to $75 per 1,000 views. Technology is right behind it, but then look down at gaming. It drops way down to between $2 and $10. Now listen, this definitely doesn't mean you shouldn't start a gaming channel if that's what you're passionate about. It just means if you're in a lower CPM niche, your monetization strategy has got to be incredibly smart and diversified. AdSense alone won't cut it.
And speaking of making money, 10 million. Let that number sink in for a second. That is the jaw-dropping number of Shorts views you need within a tight 90-day window just to qualify for ad revenue sharing on YouTube. 10 million. That is a seriously steep climb. And honestly, it perfectly highlights exactly why your long-form content is still so critical. Long-form is where you build that deep connection required to drive the real moneymakers.
So, where is the actual money coming from for Shorts creators? Well, ad revenue only accounts for about 40% of their income. The real heavyweight here? Brand deals, making up the biggest slice at 45%. YouTube's ad split is just one tiny piece of the whole shebang. If you want a sustainable, stress-free living as a creator, brand sponsorships, affiliate marketing, and selling your own products, that's where true financial stability lives.
Finally, let's look at Section 5. Staying FTC compliant. Trust over traffic.
Let me ask you a direct question. Have you ever gotten a free product from a brand? Think about it, because if you answered yes and you show off that product in a video, the FTC requires you to disclose it. A lot of people see legal compliance as this scary restriction, but I really want you to reframe it. Think of it as your ultimate community building strategy. Because in the eyes of the law, financial relationships aren't just about cold, hard cash. Free perks, a nice discount code, or even having a family member working at the brand, all of that counts as a material connection.
So how do we keep things above board and protect that hard-earned income? It's simple. Put your disclosures where people will actually see them. Do not bury them at the very bottom of a massive description box. If you're doing a video, superimpose the text right there on the screen. Keep the language totally simple. Saying thanks Acme for the free product is literally all it takes. And please, whatever you do, don't hide your hashtag ad in a block of 50 other random hashtags. And this last one is absolutely crucial. You have to give honest reviews. Even if they pay you a fortune, if the product is garbage, you cannot legally look into the camera and tell your audience it's terrific.
So, the crucial point is this. Transparency is not just about ticking a legal box. It's the bedrock of your longevity as a creator. When your viewers know you're shooting straight with them, they trust your recommendations way more. And you know what that does? It makes your future brand deals infinitely more valuable. Compliance builds trust, and trust builds a deeply loyal community.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground today. We broke down the new algorithms, the magic of pairing long and short form, the science of SEO, building real revenue streams, and keeping it all legally protected. The creator economy is on track to hit massive new milestones by 2030, and the barrier to entry has quite literally never been lower. You've got the blueprint in your hands now. There's an audience out there waiting for your specific, unique perspective. So the only question left for you is, are you ready to hit record? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one. Welcome to